From Miles Morales finally swinging his way into the Fortnite universe to Breaking Bad making an appearance, here are all the possible Battle Pass skins upcoming in Chapter 4 Season 2. Starting out for number 1 is the Family Guy collaboration. This initially came to light way back before Chapter 3 Season 3 released, you know, the season that introduced Darth Vader onto the Fortnite Island as a mythic boss and in the Battle Pass itself. This was all thanks to an Epic Games employee's computer being filmed in some sort of footage, and it showed that there were folders relating to C3S3, meaning Chapter 3 Season 3, Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Indiana Jones, and then even further down Doomslayer. As they've added everything off here now other than Family Guy's collaboration, and we got Doomslayer just this season. Just like Indiana Jones had the teaser of the fridge in the desert before he came to the game that nobody picked up on the Chapter 3 island. Speaking of teasers for Family Guy, we did have this bathtub on the edge of a building, kind of replicating what happens to Cleveland in so many of the memes established through Family Guy. Furthermore, now the codename French Fry has been updated in the files associated with Family Guy, initially revealing, well, scenes from the iconic chicken fights between Peter and the giant chicken. And in this updated coding for French Fry now, after nearly a year, it's suggesting that a male skin is being worked on. So does this mean Peter Griffin, Stewie, and other Family Guy based cosmetics that all could be upcoming in the next Battle Pass? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Before we move on to number 2, make sure you hit the big red button and turn on all notifications, as it makes me smile. And whilst you're at it, pop code FM1 in the item shop, literally one of the shortest and easiest codes out there in all of Fortnite. You guys also know we're the #1 gifter on YouTube, gifting 5 different subscribers every single day, so if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what else to say. Swinging his way into number 2 out of the 8 outfits, Miles Morales is of course something that everybody's been talking about, coming to Fortnite for literally over a year, just like the Family Guy collaboration. With Epic initially introducing their own Spider-Man skin in the Chapter 3 Season 1 Battle Pass, alongside introducing an entire POI to complement this, being the Daily Bugle, not to mention the mythic web slingers that I'm sure everybody misses. These were one of the best items in Fortnite in my opinion. Either way, at the Daily Bugle, from taking a look around at subtle Easter eggs that Epic Games love putting right in front of our eyes, one of the posters seemed to replicate that of a Miles Morales poster. Fast forward in the clock to Chapter 3 Season 4, we got introduced to Gwen Stacy. That obviously came from them initially teasing this hand coming out of the chrome. This confirmed the inside leaks about Spider-Gwen upcoming in the Chapter 3 Season 4 Battle Pass before it released, but at the same time it also kind of disappointed us that the inside leak about Miles Morales coming to the item shop during this season never came to be. As we're nearly at the end of Chapter 4 Season 1 now, with him not being in this Battle Pass, it's only safe to say we could be seeing him in Chapter 4 Season 2. Whether it is in the form like we saw of on one of the covers of the Fortnite x Marvel Zero War comics, and yes, we did see different versions of the Hulk, and now we actually have him in Fortnite. With the soon release of Across the Spider-Verse, a brand new Miles Morales themed movie, in the trailer itself also we can see Spider-Man Zero, meaning Fortnite's collaboration with Marvel in this regard isn't over yet. And on top of that, in one of the most recent Fortnite updates, as you can see, there's been tons of updates to the mythic web slingers, perhaps even basically revamping them or even redesigning them in terms of their capacity to fit Miles Morales, not only in terms of the colour scheme, but also entirely new animations for when we are web slinging. For our next skin, you'll be happy to know, correlating to also the storyline that's currently being set out now in Chapter 4, as the 7 have been consumed in Chrome, but we know, thanks to, well, this character that we're finally maybe going to be seeing, Amy, that they are still alive, but changed in the recent Earthbound voice recordings. Amy, for those that don't know, is a robot that the scientists constructed to basically help him with tasks, and now, considering people have found on the Fortnite surveys what Amy looks like, as she seems to be at forefront of the lore right now, it wouldn't surprise me if she is a Chapter 4 Season 2 Battle Pass skin. And speaking of the recent Earthbound voice recordings, but Rift Warden Stellan instead of Amy, he seems to be mentioning somebody who's pulling the strings behind the scenes that we may have known of in a different form Chapter 3 Season 4 as the Nothing, a shapeless man. The Nothing has been lucrative and lurking in the background of the last reality that seemed to be operating under it, or him, or whatever the shapeless man seems to be, and supposedly, according to the Fortnite surveys, people believe the true identity of the Nothing to be this character, although it has a lot of resemblances to this selectable super style of the Ageless, being Geno. Considering too, in the Collision Live event we saw this snapshot of Geno kind of being a shape-shifting light being that didn't take a particular form, could this mean the Nothing is one snapshot of Geno, as we've seen already a different one on top of that in the Fortnite x Marvel Zero War comics? The 5th and next skin will blow your mind, considering how much sense it makes, but nobody seems to be talking about, as Fortnite have done so many collaborations and events with big anime titles such as Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. Another huge one that's coming to a close finally in early March when Season 2 releases of Chapter 4 is Attack on Titan. Here's what Fortnite x Attack on Titan could look like early, thanks to an indie game being built on Unreal Engine 5 currently. In the tweet that brought this to my attention, as you can see, Jake Lucky states it's going to be a free fan game based on Attack on Titan where you can fight titans and more. As we know, we're also going to be getting first person in Chapter 4 Season 2 and can even use it early now by going over to save the world and flicking on the first person camera, then heading back to Battle Royale. This gameplay, of course, also supports first person using the ODM gear. If you're not familiar with Attack on Titan, is the stuff that they use to zip around with. These could actually be mythics in Chapter 4 Season 2 if these get introduced, and maybe a mythic ability to become an actual titan like the Attack Titan you're seeing in the background right now from a trailer made by Ferals. So with that said, we could potentially see one character from Attack on Titan, or maybe even two, collaborated into the next Battle Pass. Before we move on to the 6th spot, two honourable mentions by Hypex that Epic Games have started working on within this update are the Galaxy Knight looking like this, as you can see from the Fortnite surveys, and also a different version of the Brainstorm skin. Speaking of Hypex, what he tweeted out on August 20th, 2022, and yes, we know Epic Games work way in advance, so this could be coming to fruition finally in Chapter 4 Season 2, a Breaking Bad collaboration. Supposedly Gustavo Fring from Breaking Bad is actually mentioned on this particular Fortnite survey that they released alongside Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Pirates of the Caribbean, Black Adam, Cabby Lame, Charlie D'Amelio, Miles Morales, Fearless, Dead by Daylight, and more. One thing's already come to Fortnite off of this, and that is Black Adam, and Miles Morales was mentioned, which makes me believe that Breaking Bad in Fortnite is more of a possibility than we perhaps once thought. If Gustavo Fring is coming to Fortnite though, if it is in Chapter 4 Season 2, can we see a Walter White skin? I think everybody wants to be Heisenberg. Next up, another collaboration that shocked the internet about it not appearing rather so in Chapter 3 Season 4 with the introduction of Vecna's house is, well, Vecna from Stranger Things. Finally, on the 18th of January, Hypex tweeted out about the fact that Fortnite X Stranger Things cosmetics could return at some point, maybe soon, as the wrap was updated for the item shop today, which not only means the return of Chief Hopper and Demogorgon in the item shop finally, but with them planting the possibility seed of Vecna upcoming in Fortnite right in front of our eyes, could this finally mean Vecna is going to be making an appearance in this mixed reality universe, as it ultimately would make sense now with literally anything being possible. Last but not least, what people have been wanting to see around the same length as Family Guy that we mentioned at the start of the video is a Fortnite x Five Nights at Freddy's collaboration. For so long, people have been making creative maps surrounding this, Epic Games subtly teasing it, or even people creating concepts of what Fortnite meeting FNAF looks like within the community. Well, recently around the time of Winterfest, as you can see, this particular skin from FNAF was spotted in the Fortnite lobby, and I don't think this is exactly easy to fake, so could this mean this was early development of a Fortnite x FNAF collaboration coming to Fortnite? After all, with the recent Dragon Ball event, we know they're integrating so many things to do with creative in terms of earning free rewards, and of course, somebody could easily create a brand new map replicating Five Nights at Freddy's, one of the games anyways, particularly Security Breach, and then have free rewards for playing or even doing certain tasks within it. Drop a like if you'd love to see any of these skins in the next Battle Pass, and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you can get the leaks as soon as they pour out. As for where you go to now, click this video on screen, but most importantly, hopefully I can catch you in the next one I do publish on the channel.